Alright, what's going on today, YouTube? Welcome back to your favorite cyclist YouTube channel. This week we're doing a review on the tires on the gravel bike and talking about how good they are and talking about what's coming next. But before we get into today's video, if you are new to my channel, make sure you head down below, hit that subscribe button for me. If you already are subscribed, make sure you hit that bell icon right next to that. That way you get notified every time I upload. That way you don't miss any of this awesome cycling content on this channel. So what we have here is my Poseidon Redwood gravel bike. And this bike comes with a 27.5 tire from the factory. This is what it comes with, 27.5. And of course these are the original tires you get when you buy it. And these tires here are a 27.5 by 2.35 inch tire, also known as a 650B by 56. So they are a pretty wide tire. But these rather wide tires go along with what Poseidon wants for the Redwood. And that's kind of a do everything, go anywhere adventure style of bike. So this big of a tire works towards this advantage. And I've loved riding them for the 6 months I've had them on this bike. They've been great to have. So let's move on to why am I changing off of these. I said hello, why am I changing off of them? And that's because I want to do more gravel things with this bike. Obviously you get this big of a knobby of a tire, you're going to have some rolling resistance. It's not going to work as great on road or the light gravel roads that you run into than just your standard gravel tire would be. So that's really the reason we're changing tires, is just so I can try something a little bit different. Try more of a gravel focused tire versus essentially a mountain bike tire and see what the differences is on this bike. So let's talk some pros and cons on the Kenda Kadre tires here. So obviously they're a very wide tire. They work really well. They have great grip in all the surfaces I've taken this in, whether that's pavement, snow, sand, mud, grass, whatever it's been in. These tires grip very well. They work great, and you would expect that from the tire tread that's on there. Another thing I've liked about these tires, and I showed it in my first initial setup video of this bike, is that although these tires are not tubeless ready, I was able to get them set up as tubeless, and they've run tubeless for the past 6 months. Now I've had a couple problems with that, we'll get to that in a second, but they're able to run tubeless. They're tubeless right now, they really don't leak much air, and they've worked great tubeless for me, and it's kind of impressive on a tire that's not tubeless at all. Was able to set up and have it work this great. And then we'll move on to some of the cons I've had with these tires. I've had a few with these tires in particular. Number one, we'll go back to them being tubeless. So although I was able to set them up as tubeless, they're not made to be tubeless. They don't really work very well with these wheels set up as tubeless. I would always find it leaking sealant around the very bead of the tire, all the way around. It would leak in certain spots and end up dripping down from the rafters. And it was kind of annoying. They didn't lose air really, but they lost sealant is what would happen. And it's kind of an annoying thing. When your tires always have sealant dripping off of them from just sealant leaking out around the bead, it's very weird and very odd. And I found that happening quite a bit with these tires ever since I set them up. So while yes, they work tubeless, you really gotta watch the sealant level on them because they tend to seep sealant a little bit out along the bead, which is very weird, like I said. So in the case for these tires here, you might have some problems sealing them up. It's tubeless, we wanted to run them that way. You might have to end up replacing the sealant a little bit more often than you would with a tire that's actually tubeless ready. Another thing that wasn't my favorite on these is, like I said, they're pretty slow on the road. You're riding essentially a mountain bike tire on pavement or light gravel. It just doesn't roll very fast. They roll okay, they do alright, but if you're looking to go faster on your bike, this isn't the way to go. These tires are made to grip and go places that most people don't want to go, or go places off the beaten path. If you're looking to kind of stay on the path, not really the tire that I would pick. They're pretty slow rolling in my opinion. So that's just a heads up. We're looking to use these as like an adventure tire and not looking to go anywhere fast. And looking just to explore new places where there isn't a trail, there isn't a double track, there isn't a paved road. Not really the tire I would pick. The other thing I've noticed is these tires are pretty prone to punctures. Now I live here in Nevada and we get goat heads. If you've never seen a goat head, they're essentially a thorn off of a bush. And they sometimes get pretty nasty. And of course with a gravel bike, you're generally going places where those bushes are. I mean that's everywhere here in Nevada, but you're going places where the bushes are. And you're gonna run into goat heads. And I've had multiple punctures, and the sealant saved most of them, except for one this last time where it just didn't save it. It didn't work. And it ended up with a big hole in the tire, and it just couldn't do it. And I've noticed that multiple times with these that they tend to have a lot of punctures go through them. They're not a very thick tire, they don't have good puncture protection. And if you're going to be running tubes with these tires, you might be repairing tubes pretty often. So just a heads up, not much puncture protection on these tires from what I have noticed in my 6 months. So let's get right down to this. Are these tires that I would recommend? In my opinion, if you buy a Poseidon Redwood and it comes with the Kenda Kadre tires on here, and you're looking to do exploring and get out there and looking to do single track and a little bit more than just your standard gravel bike would do, these are going to be a great tire for you. They're a fun tire, they grip really good. you're not going to have any confidence issues riding these tires out on the trail. If you're looking to do more of that standard gravel, where it's going to be gravel roads, double tracks, paved roads, a lot of things like that you'd see in like a gravel race, probably not the tire for you. They're not going to roll very fast, and you're ultimately not going to be super happy with these tires. You're going to be happier with something that's a little bit smoother of a tread, something a little bit more gravel focused and a lot narrower as well. So this will be one of the last times you see this bike set up with these big old Kenda tires on here. It's going to have a new set of gravel tires coming in soon, and when we get those tires on there, of course, I want to let you guys know what we got and try them out, see if it makes any big of a difference versus this here. Now we are going to stick with a 27.5 or a 650B tire. We're not going up to a 700. We're going to stick with the 650 for now and give that a shot. I've never tried those on a gravel bike, and I'm interested to try those out on a bike and try something different than you would find on just a standard gravel bike or a standard road bike with the 700C tire. We'll see how big of a difference a 650B gravel tire makes. So hopefully you guys learned something from this video, or at least found it entertaining. If you did, give this video a big thumbs up. Appreciate the support. Any comments or questions, let me know down in the comment section below. Love talking to you guys, love answering any questions you guys have, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching today.